Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Guess what? This is the very last week for online learning. That means that after this week, you have no more activities. You don't have to go and do a bunch of stuff on Seesaw, which is exciting. Now, the following week would really have technically been like our last week. But since we don't have that, we'll have some other things that I will be planning to do. I did tell you guys that I'm going to be coming to visit again, and I'll let you know what day that will be. We are going to have a special Zoom where we do our candy awards, and I'm going to send out the day and the time for that as well. So that's a lot of exciting things. And even though we can't do them in the classroom, I'm so glad that we can still do them in a different way. So this week is kind of a review week as far as reading goes. We don't have any new sight words. We don't have any new long vowel sounds because we've done them all. So we're going to kind of just review them and make sure that we remember when to use those long vowel sounds and that we remember all of those sight words that we've been doing. So for your show and tell today, you can do any long vowel word. So it can have a long A, a long E, a long I, a long O, a long U, and any of those will do as long as they're the long vowel sound, not the short vowel sound. For science today, you're going to be doing some research about a dolphin. So we're still learning about ocean animals. So we're going to do dolphins today, and you're going to get to watch a video about things that you'll learn about dolphins, and then you'll get to tell me about those things. For math, you're going to be counting by five. So you're going to get to watch a Jack Hartman video and then do an activity to show me that you know how to count by fives. And then you're going to do a long vowel emoji sort. So there's some little emoji pictures, and you have to sort them whether they are long A, long E, long I, long O, or long U. Now let's get into our Wonders book. So like I said, we don't have any new words or any new long vowels because we've done them all. So we're going to be doing some review on these pages. So if we look at the first picture, we know those are grapes. Now, what long vowel is in the word grapes? A. It's an A, right? Where is it pointing on the boy's face? What's that body part? A nose. So O's. What long vowel sound do you hear in the middle of that word? You hear the O, right? Then we have a fire. So fire. It has the long I. We have a cube, an ice cube. So remember, sometimes that long U makes that oo sound. So cube. So it's the U, the long U. Then we have a slice of cheese. It has that double E, which makes the long E sound. And we have a coin. It's the tiny little silver coin. It's worth 10 cents. It's a dime. So dime. It has the long I. Now let's look at our words here on the bottom. We're going to sound them out. We have k, cake, own, bone, kite, kite, eat, peat, ope, rope, use. Those ones are tricky. Ate, eat, meat. And this is like I'm going to meet you somewhere, not like I ate a piece of meat. That one's spelled a little bit differently. Okay, let's look on the other side of our Wonders book here. We have a lot of sight words. Look at all these sight words that we've learned over the past few weeks. Since we do 2 a week, then we get to a pretty big list of words that we've learned, right? So let's see here. We have help, 2. This is the 2 with 2 O's. Play, has, Ooh, it's a question word. Remember, it has that, looks like the word here in it. It's where, look, who, good, come, does. Now we have two different sentences and they've used some of the sight words in there. It doesn't look like they used all of them, but they did use quite a few. So let's see, they highlighted the ones that are our newer ones that are up in this list. So we have does. Ooh, this is a long I word. Ike, Mike, want to, help to. Let's read that again. Does Mike want to help to? And there's a question mark, so you got to make sure that you say the sentence like you're asking a question. Okay, here's our next sentence. Come and look at my, ooh, what's that word? Plant. Okay, let's read it again. Come and look at my plant. And they have an exclamation point in the end of that sentence, which means that they're excited about it. They want to show you their plant and how much it's grown. Now, I'm wondering if your seeds have grown that I sent you, the milkweed seeds, because usually by now I would think they have grown, but I don't know. You guys will have to tell me when we meet for our Zoom call. Okay, so I wanted to talk about too that when you're doing your reading, so let's say you're reading your story today for your 15 to 20 minutes of reading, either you're going on to the My On story or you're reading a story with mom or dad, or they're reading a story to you. Make sure that you're paying attention to those words, even if you're not the one reading the story. I think it's very important as to become a better reader that you are looking at the words too. So if you're listening to the My On story, then usually it will highlight those words. And so you can follow along and you can look at the words and listen to the speaker that's reading them to you. So I think that's important as a good reader, is that you're listening very carefully to the story and you're following along with the story. And then after you read that story, you're making sure that you're answering some questions about it. So maybe you're answering questions about who were the characters in the story, what was the setting, like where did the story take place, what happened at the beginning, middle, and end of the story, because those are things that are going to make you a better reader as well. So these types of things are things that you can do very easily at home. You don't have to write anything down. You can just talk about it. A lot of you are doing a really good job with that. When you turn in your assignments, you leave me a recording about what you read. But it's okay to just talk about it with mom or dad or a brother or sister. Pretend like they did not read the story and you want to tell them about it, because then that is helping you to remember what happened in the story as well. All right, guys, I enjoyed our time this morning and I cannot wait to see you at our 11:30 Zoom call. Bye, guys.